What a weirdo.
He's just doing what he naturally does.
Yeah, what are you drinking?
Fucking things up.
Fruit Punch, Arizona.
That's your favorite.
For Arizona, yeah.
It's
like the energy one,
stoner's
too.
choice for Cottonmouth. It's grape juice.
It's only $1. It's like a high schooler stoner's choice.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah,
he had a plastic Snapple bottle before.
Snapple puts their bottles in plastic now.
They put their bottles in plastic?
They make their bottles
That's
of
crazy.
plastic.
Because it was glass.
Yeah.
Just inside of plastic now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't trust the little kids anymore.
They
with
lost
glass.
me when they lost the glass.
Yeah, it doesn't have
It
that
don't hit the
satisfying
same.
slap on the back of it.
I
The-
forgot about that.
And the
need
top
that, yeah.
doesn't pop when you like.
You didn't know about Snapple facts, right?
You remember the one who told me about them.
Isn't
But
that
they,
wild?
you know, they put them. They still put them in the new bottles.
You don't
put
put
them in the
Snapple
cap.
Facts anymore?
No. I was like, look at the bottom of the cap.
You didn't know there was
He's not
Snapple
like-
Facts in
Nah, I
general?
didn't.
I thought I
No.
put
Your
it
entire
there.
life.
I thought it was like Laffy Taffy jokes. Like I didn't know Snapple did that.
Laffy Taffy jokes.
You know, like Laffy Taffy always has the jokes on them.
That's what you brought to the table right now?
It's the closest thing I could think of that like had jokes or anything on it.
You know about Laffy Taffy jokes?
No, I don't need Laffy Taffy.
Those are like
Me
Seth
neither.
jokes. The
They are.
one-liners.
Yeah, he loves those. Loves this. What's this podcast about?
Nothing.
I'm just here.
So, who are you?
I'm Cam.
Who's that?
I'm an apprentice here at Borrowed Time. I'm your apprentice.
What's that like? What's it like being an apprentice for John Nelson specifically?
It's cool.
You can be honest here. We're all friends in space.
I mean, it's definitely a lot of like hard work, dedication, a lot of time. You pretty much have to devote your life to it.
Sounds like such a scripted answer.
Yeah, it's really.
What's it really like?
It sucks. It's absolute hell. You hate yourself. It's cool though. At the end of the day, like sick career.
You know how it like started with LaFleur and that whole thing?
Yeah. You messaged him, and you should run the story back just in case anybody doesn't know it.
All right.
Yeah. So how'd you get the apprenticeship?
I DM'd LaFleur first because I was following him.
Yeah.
No response.
Classic.
Zero response. Called the shop, got in contact with Seth, and then I came in for the interview. Brought like my portfolio in.
What was the interview like?
5 minutes of you not caring. You're just like, I wonder if he'll show up.
Did I interview you?
Yeah, you did. You stepped away for like 5 minutes. Yeah.
So what, you walked in and you talked to Seth?
Yeah, and then I sat. We didn't have the table here yet.
What do we have?
Nothing.
Nothing was here?
No.
Did I pull up 2 chairs? And interview
Seth
you in the
pulled up
middle
a
of the room in front of all the artists?
Hell yeah. You gotta put him in the spotlight. You gotta put him blessed. But what happened when you messaged LaFleur, and then LaFleur told you that some gay kid messaged him?
Yeah, after I left.
So my version was like, I walked up to the floor because him and I were talking about getting a new apprentice for the shop. And I was like, yo, this kid messaged me, and I showed his Instagram. And he was like, oh, that kid messaged me too, I think. And then I was like, was his name Cam? He's like, I don't know, it was just like some gay kid. And I was like, okay, we'll see. And then Cam showed up, and LaFleur was like, that's him.
He didn't even have to say it. You just knew.
And then, like, I felt dumb to LaFleur. I was like, oh, man, like, this kid sucks. And, like, I'm just weak, and I, like, take on the younger kids.
Right.
Because I feel bad for them.
And now he's here.
And and I guess we interviewed. And then, like, with everyone, it's like, you know, I don't really care about anything you have to say. Just show up, you know. And so then you just kept showing up.
Yeah, you were like, be here Tuesday. That was in like 2 days. I was like in college, enrolled in classes. I had a full-time job. I was like, I have to figure this out.
Cam flexes about college a lot.
I didn't figure it out. I dropped
It's
out.
like he thinks he's better than us.
Yeah. It's
Did you
one
go to
thing-
college?
No, I didn't go to college.
Yeah.
It's not worth
He's
it.
got to lord something over here.
It's not worth it.
I mean, yeah.
Miserable.
Do you feel like you wasted your time at college?
Completely. Yeah.
Why?
I don't use any of it. First off, like, your like basic classes, your forget the word for it now. But the classes like you have to do before you can even start learning about what you want to learn. Like your prerequisites.
Right.
Horrible.
Just pointless.
Yeah.
Are you in debt?
No, I went to college for nothing. I had a scholarship.
Oh, that's cool. So you threw away a scholarship?
Yeah, like an idiot.
So, I mean, because I feel like I liked you a lot better the first month that you were here. Because you were really nice and, like, you were grateful to be here. And do you remember that?
It doesn't take long for the twinkle to fade from your eye and tattoo.
No. Now you
And it
just
never
have a
comes back.
Big black lake in your eye.
Yeah, no, when I
definitely drains you.
started, Cam was already here for a couple months. So he was already in
Well,
that
what
kinda-
really reminds me, or like keeps that fresh, is when we get a new apprentice. Like now we have Legan, and like he's so happy.
I enjoy it because I'm like, is that what I really looked like when I started? Like, was I eager to do things? Like, that's
Yeah,
kinda
you were
crazy.
stoked to be here. You're like, I'm gonna be a tattoo artist. Like this is gonna be great. I don't know what you thought, but you thought this was the answer, and you were grateful, and you were nice to everyone. And like, if anyone asked anything, you're like, I got it. You would even try to get it before they asked.
Yeah, most of
And
the
now
time, yeah.
Ricky's like, can you take pictures for me? And you're like, fuck you, Ricky. And I'm like, whoa, dude. I mean, right or wrong.
Yeah.
Yep, he's starting to get that lackadaisical approach to life that we all get. Only took me about 2 weeks, but it took you like 2 days.
I mean, I feel like everyone goes through it.
I mean, look at Adrian.
What?
Look at Adrian. Absolutely zero sparkle.
I mean, I don't. When Adrian came in, I don't even really remember because him and Kelly, I think, started. No,
He brought Kelly and Romello in.
is that how it happened?
Yeah.
I just don't really remember anything, and then I remember I fired him, and then he came back the next day and was like, "Yo, I'm ready to work." And I love that shit. I was like, yeah, let's run it.
bet.
And then, like, since then, like, well, for a while, Adrian was the shit. He's still the shit. He just has mild depression,
Just mild.
severe alcoholism.
Pretty cool. You fired him, so you still don't pay him, right?
What?
You still don't pay him then, right? Since he was fired?
Well, I feel like him and I came to an agreement because when he did start tattooing for money, I was like, yo, like we work off percentages, right? And he's like, yeah, I know. I don't think he knew, though. And then I was like, okay, cool. So, like, I explained the scale to him, and I'm like, starting out, like, you're going to be on 50%. He's like, perfect. I think he was just stoked to tattoo.
Right. He's like, yeah, I've heard those words before.
Right, numbers and mixed with letters.
I don't speak that language, but I just want to tag.
Yeah.
50%, that's cool. It's like $5.
Right, and I was like, you know how percentages work, right? And he was like, yeah, percentages, yeah. I just like knew he didn't know. So I was like, all right, cool. What's 50% of 100? And he's like, well, I'm not really good at math, but whatever. And I was like, yeah, we'll be fine. So like we just kind of worked it out that I'll give him whatever percentage I decide, and he thinks it's 50.
Yeah. He's been happy with that.
Right. I mean, you can't complain, right?
He's still here.
Yeah. He's still eating, so he's doing fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Adrian's my favorite.
Me too.
Don't tell him I said that, though. You too? Adrian's your
I
favorite?
like Adrian.
You don't like John White over here?
I love John White.
But John's not your favorite?
Adrian's my favorite.
Why?
He's a very favorable guy.
He taught me everything I know.
What the fuck did he teach you? How to take everything for granted and
How to-
talk back to Ricky?
My man.
I heard he taught you how to rap.
Not as good as him.
His raps are fire.
They are. Yo,
Nah.
it's just
Dude, it took us
Adrian's like a
so
soundboard.
long to film that rap video. It's not even a rap video. I think he says 2 lines. But I could not hold it together, dude.
yo, he's a walking soundboard.
Adrian?
Yeah.
I mean, the bird calls.
The bird
I'm
call.
gonna adjust this. All right.
Well, I mean, that's probably a good place to start talking about the video of the day since we're talking about Adrian.
That's right. That's right. So we have John White here today. Unfortunately, we have Cam. Sorry about that. The video that we're talking about today, we weren't titling them back then, but I guess it's kind of like artist talk. Do you know the video?
Yeah.
All right. So essentially, John comes up to me and is like saying things. I mean, how would you describe it?
It's just like the normal stuff I do every day, just kind of like slightly condescending things.
Right.
That I kind of use coded language to get towards you, to tell you that I don't like your tattoo. So that's
Right.
kind of how it evolved.
Right.
And then we wanted to make a video that highlights that that's what it is in the industry.
Yeah.
So I think it's like a good way for people to see how the conversations go between us.
As us meaning the tattoo artist. Right.
Especially like right in front of the client too. Sometimes.
Do you do this?
Use lingo.
Yeah, because essentially it's like something is being said, but by that something
It's
else
meaning-
is being said.
Yeah.
You know, I think the example in the video, maybe the most obvious or the most common, is you're like, "Is that a cover up?" Right?
That's a rough one to hear when.
And
you're
it's
tattooing.
not a cover up. So like by him saying that, typically, I mean, what do you think? If I walked up and I'm like, "Oh, is that a cover up?"
I'm like, damn, I went too dark.
Right. That's what I think too. Went too dark. Because cover-ups use a
No
lot of
contrast
darkness
almost, yeah.
to cover up or
Yeah.
whatever.
You just have to sometimes.
But like I would take that as like an insult
Yeah,
if
for
it
sure.
wasn't a cover-up.
Especially if I'm not trying to do a cover up.
Right.
It looks like I'm attempting to cover something by going so
Right.
dark. I'm gonna be like, damn.
I'm gonna start commenting that in all Cam's work. Sick cover-up.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a cover up?
Cool.
Especially if it's
cool
like just
stencil.
fine line work. Sick cover-up.
Hell yeah. I like that temporary tat.
So this was
Yo, how long you leave that towel on for?
this I think was in like the first 5 videos.
Yeah, it was early.
It was really early.
Yeah, yeah.
It had
I
the early
remember-
vibe to
I
it.
remember you told me, you're like, I want to make TikTok videos. And I was like, yeah. So, yeah, I think
You're like, wait, are you the one that messaged the floor about the apprenticeship?
Yeah, I mean, I've only heard about that that app at the time in, like, really bad stories related to, like, what's that one? Cuties, like other pedophile-associated apps.
Yeah.
So when you said that, I was like, it all makes sense.
Right. Obviously.
He's got the twink apprentice. He's on TikTok.
You're like, this
Everything's
man
just
knows what he
lining up.
wants.
Yeah.
Right.
So I didn't like judge you, and I was like, sure, I'll be in the video. Just change town, change my last name again. It's no big deal.
Which I really appreciated because at that time, no one wanted to be involved. Seth didn't even want to hold the camera. He's like, I'm embarrassed for you.
Did he film that one?
I don't think so.
I know he filmed the couple. That was you.
Danny filmed that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
The editing definitely looked like you.
But we were still doing like the word pop-up
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Which, because I didn't, bro, I was like right there with you. Like, I don't know how to fucking make content, you know? And I have like a little experience with editing, and I'm like, that is a nightmare, and I don't have time for that. And I didn't like know where the roles are going, so I was like, okay, I know that I can record a couple 5-second things, put them together, and make like text pop-ups. Like maybe with those tools, we can make some people laugh.
Yeah. At least 2.
Yeah.
That's
Definitely
really-
our friends that have severe mental disorders,
Yeah.
you know?
Me and Adrian.
Yeah. And it turns out that there's a big audience for that,
Way more than just our friends.
which is good. Which is
Right.
good. It gives Adrian a time to shine. Cam's got his time in the sun. I like it.
I think Cam maybe has benefited the most off these videos.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Way more than you and I.
He gets to no-show appointments now.
No. Never.
I missed my first appointment for 5 years.
What's
5
that?
years in a tattooing.
You didn't miss an appointment?
Yeah, this guy gets on TikTok. He's just no-showing, coming in late, doing 5 grams of fucking weed dabs.
When people are like, oh my God, you're Cam from TikTok, how does that make you feel?
It's kind of cool.
To be a
I'm like
TikTok
very
star?
like socially awkward if I don't know you though. Like I feel weird when other people know me and I don't know them.
So you just get weird.
Yeah.
Have you had any like weird, awkward interactions with people?
Everyone.
What's the worst one?
That lady out front the other day was pretty wild.
Why?
She was just way too excited.
Who's the lady? I haven't been here. You're gonna tell me the story.
Well, we'll get because she ends up coming inside later, which I kind of missed. Yeah, so we were outside, all of us smoking. We were probably like, damn, what, like 10 of us out there almost. And she's like grabbing a bag out of her trunk and literally just screams, "Oh my God, is that you?" And
To
she was
you, like Cam?
yeah. Well, she said my name. She was like, "Is that Cam?"
Right.
Yeah. She was like, "Is the dude who hates himself in there?"
That meant me.
Yep.
Nice.
And then she
You're like,
came
yeah,
in.
just walk inside the shop. Full
And
of
then,
them.
so like she like screamed. I was like just finished smoking, so I was like, anxiety kind of hit me. I had to come inside for a second.
She touch your wiener?
No.
So she said, "Hey, Cam, is that you?" And you're like, "Ah!"
Yeah,
and you just went inside.
instant like freeze.
Nice.
I was like, "Yeah, hi, I'll be right back."
And that's like every interaction.
No, she just caught me off guard. That was
Because I've seen a few, and I think Cam plays the cool card.
I don't know
Like
what to do.
they'll walk in and they're like, "Oh, like whatever, I recognize the shop, blah blah blah," and they'll look at Cam and they'll be like, "Oh, that's Cam," and he'll be like on the tattoo chair, which I hate when he does this. I want him to like get up and talk to people, and he'll just be like this. So,
Yeah, be cool. Be cool, guys.
and that's all he says. Because there's like, what do you say to that? Sup back, sup back, and then the conversation's over.
What do you say to them?
I
though?
say, "Hey, what's up? Thanks for coming. Do you like the
I'm like- I
videos?
mean, I'm like
I really
that.
appreciate your support. I'm
like
sorry Cam has autism."
It's definitely easier to like respond to people online that show the support stuff like that. I just get
But
awkward
that's
in
like
person.
the whole generation, I feel like.
Yeah,
They're responding to online stuff.
yeah.
Maybe when they walk in, you should be like, "Hey, what's your number?" And then go run and hide in the back and text them. "Hey, thanks so
Hey,
much
send
for
me a message on
coming."
Instagram.
Yeah, dick pic, whatever, you know? Throw some emojis in there.
I feel like that would work for you. Do you get a lot of support online, or is it mostly hate shit?
I get a fair amount of support. Yeah.
Fair amount? You
I'll
say
get
like
like
50-50?
I'll get like the joking hate that I like know it's like his fan
Yeah,
base.
joking.
Like on my last post, I got like the can't wait to see it finished.
That was cool. I
Yeah,
didn't
because we
realize
posted
that
a
was
TikTok.
gonna happen.
Yeah, but then I
Yeah.
got like a lot of comments. But like I know at the end of the day, those are just like people from your comments and stuff. So that's cool. Like that's cool support. Like I like that.
No, they love Cam. I post like an Adrian video and they're like, "Where's Cam?"
Yeah, I was tattooing the other day, and you guys were on Facebook Live. It was just like, "Where's Cam?" And Kyla's just recording me while I'm trying to work.
Yeah, you're kind of shitty that day. You're like, "Oh, I'm drawing. I'm important."
Yeah, I did like 6 tattoos that day. My bad. I was just like really tired.
What are you bragging?
No, I was just tired.
You gotta hold it together, dude.
I was trying to.
What's the most tattoos you've done in one day?
Hundreds, dude.
I mean, Friday the
100.
13th, I did more than that. But like, for a day, like walking in, expecting, like I had 1 appointment that day, and then like doing 6, which I love, but like still unexpected. You're like kind of like drawing, kind of like getting together, especially when you're tattooing a group, like people back to back to back. They're all like literally waiting for each other.
He's telling us as if we don't know.
Yeah, I appreciate
Well,
it.
explaining myself, really. I know you guys know.
Next time, I'll keep that in mind. It's good to know. It's good to know.
Yeah. You get used to it though. And then it'll just flow. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, it was just throwing me off being on the live while I was trying to do it. So that's why.
So you think you get more support comments than he does?
No.
You get more
I
hate
don't
than he
know.
does?
Oh, no, he definitely gets more hate.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love that shit.
To be honest, yeah, I do mainly get like support because it'll be like people that have been like keeping track with my
Feel
tattooing
bad for
and
you?
stuff.
They see John
Yeah.
yell at you all day in the videos.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're like, "That poor kid. He gets it
Little
all
do
the
they know.
time."
it's like
Little do they
pity
know.
support.
Yeah, little do they know, he's the bully to
Yeah.
us.
What do you do with him?
Straight disrespect. Talks down to his elders like Adrian.
So what's the kind of shit they say to you on TikTok?
I don't read it a lot, but when I do, well, I mean, I'll read it, but it's like bullshit stuff. I don't know if they're like young, if they're just not worth like putting the time in for like a real insult. I know in the beginning I was getting a lot of comparisons to, I think, AJ from The Sopranos. People like kept bringing that up. Chester from Linkin Park. You know, the one that killed himself.
Right.
And what else? What else was in there?
I saw the AJ from Supreme.
People are like, you're mean, you suck. In the beginning, you know, they're like, oh, you're giving away the tattoo secrets, you know.
Yeah.
This video in particular that we're talking about with you, I think we got decent support. This was still like in the beginning, so I don't feel like people were seeing this content as much. It was more like the tattoo artist meme stuff.
Right. It was more of the community.
Yeah, like, you know,
random
we'd see like
people
Monday
watching funny
Malarkey. There was a
videos.
couple of people on YouTube like doing almost like as short as a boomerang, like a short 3, 4, maybe 5 second, and then just some like joke and text, and the little like video that was happening.
Yeah.
It was more like a moving meme rather than like a video. So like I was reading through some of the comments recently on this video, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, I can relate. Like these are spot on." Like it was still in the beginning. Like we're putting a couple videos out, and they're very relatable. That might have been like the hook in the beginning. The first one with the 10% smaller, they're like, "That was bad." I was like, Adrian's coming up to me. He's like, "You're a meme on the internet, and everyone hates you." You know, and I was like, "My work is complete." But it was like, you're giving away our secrets. You're like talking about the industry. I mean, because tattooing does come from kind of that like that secrecy aspect, or like the don't tell. Yeah, the exclusivity. If you want an apprenticeship, you have to earn this knowledge.
Right.
You know, it was even kind of taboo when people would put out like literature about it, let alone like a video being like, look how I deceive my clients and make more money or whatever, you know.
You got to be just keeping like a little briefcase of acetate stencils, trading them with people you know. Otherwise, you're a fucking fraud, sellout.
Cam doesn't know shit about that.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I mean, you've used an iPad your whole career.
Yeah.
You don't even know about wood pencils.
I personally don't like the iPad.
Why?
I mean, I can 100% understand like how it makes our jobs easier because like hand stenciling sucks. It takes forever.
Have you ever hand stenciled any tattoo?
Like a very simple one. Yeah, it sucks.
You've hand stenciled a bunch.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I actually, the time sucks, but like for a realism stencil, it's nice.
You probably
Yeah,
get
it's
a,
way
get a
more
fire,
precise.
precise stencil.
I was like one of the last people I knew to get an iPad. I was on hand stencils for a while.
Yeah.
And then if you fuck up the placement of a hand stencil and you got to do it again, that's when you really want to kill yourself.
Well, like Nico dropped that video where he's like, do that and then make a copy of it.
Yeah, I was always too lazy to do that.
Me
'Cause
too,
I was
bro.
like, I'm gonna fucking
Like, I
ace
got
this
this.
stencil.
Yeah, that was like
that.
that whole crew. Like I know you were doing it. Matt B was still doing it for a while. Dan Price, like a lot of those guys in the little crew were doing it forever.
Yeah.
They were doing it so long that I was like, maybe I should go back to doing it like that. You know?
Yeah, it's just way more precise. You can add it in like little subtle shading techniques or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's way easier on the iPad.
Yeah, for
I
tattooing
am
wise,
lazy.
like, the iPad's cool. But if I'm gonna like create art, I don't really like it.
Yeah, I'm really not impressed by like digital painting.
No, me neither at all. Because the amount of tools I use to like,
Yeah, it's
sharpen stuff. Like to be honest, you could just be a
smooth.
magician with the app and not be a good artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's
Like,
like
you could
way
just
more technical.
Yeah, you could just learn all the tools and do a perfect circle instantly. But like, what's the actual skill in that? Being able to like place it and like move it over a millimeter, you know. So I don't.
I mean,
really
I've
like
definitely
that.
seen them where there's like a bunch of time. I'm just saying I'm never impressed.
I never
by
get
it.
that wow factor that like besides seeing something in person, like seeing a
Right.
real painting and being like that's sick.
Yeah.
Seeing the brush strokes, like seeing the pencil strokes, stuff like that. That's like impressive. iPad,
What
man.
impresses Kim.
Now that I think about it, it's rare that I'm impressed by art in general.
Yeah.
Do you?
I'm just kind of over art.
Yeah.
You know, at this point.
Everything's been done.
Yeah.
Like you really got to show me some shit I've never seen before, or like with tattoos, it's either like mind-blowing color realism,
Yeah.
crazy soft black and gray realism. Once in a while, maybe like a Neo or like a trad thing, if
Something
it's
with,
like
like-
a way I haven't seen it done before.
Yeah.
and it works.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, or like some just like insanity, surrealism,
Even like
or offensive stuff.
Yeah. Just makes you want to stop tattooing.
Yeah.
Like I've wasted the last 10 years of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every day I open Instagram. I'm over it.
yeah,
Right.
And then the
Just
next
give
day
up.
I'll open it. I'll open it and I'll be like, everybody sucks.
Yeah. But like I'll see something like I feel like we've seen the like neon sign kind of in the realism color light source. I'll see those. I was seeing those for a while, and if they were well done, I was like, wow, that's really sick. But you can tell it took like 30 hours on one panel. It's like this crazy big piece, and I'm like, pretty decent. You know, I like that or whatever. And then Cam will be like, look at this rose I did.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Don't bring me this shit, bro. Just like come back to me in like 7 years. You know?
Yeah.
And he's like, what do you think?
He's like, what do you think I do with a 7-liner? The whole thing.
I can't think of, because I know like how fragile artists are in the beginning. I try not to fuck with them.
Yeah.
You know? So like kind of relating back to the video with like the artist talk or like talking shit or whatever, I feel like I only do that to like veteran artists. Like where I'll like fuck with them a little bit. Like I don't know if I'd go up to Cam and be like, yo, is that a cover up?
Right.
Like mid tattoo on like a client.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I should.
Yeah, I mean,
Stuff them
after the
up.
apprenticeship, your ego's just real fragile. Sounds
Yeah,
like
it's
ego
weird
just-
how that works. You probably experience this. It's like a up. Like I'm learning all this stuff. People know my name at the shop now. I got everyone's coffee order right. Like you're killing it.
Yeah.
You know? And then you're like comfortable at the shop. You've worked, maybe new people come in. You've even been here longer than some people, which is pretty new. Like whether we're switching managers or doing stuff, like you're not the new man on the totem pole. And then it's like time to tattoo. And then you do your tattoo, your first one, and you fucking suck. And you're like back down.
You're like, ah.
Yeah, like why? What was I thinking?
What the fuck was
like
that
I'm
last
a
8 months for?
loser. Yeah,
Yeah. And then you're only limited to tattoos like this fucking big.
right.
And you want to do shit like this.
Yeah,
and
and your
every time
mentor's
you
like,
finally
this
get
is
one-
how much I trust you.
And you do the
And
first
it's-
tat, and then you have to like wait another month to do the second one. So you have to like simmer on the fact you suck.
Yeah, like you fucked that one up, and you got to sit with it for a month and deal with it, you know? And everyone knows because they're like curious, like, yo, Cam just did his first tattoo. How does it
Right.
look? Show me. And then they show, and you're like, oh.
Do you like do it on somebody in the shop? You're just forced to look at it every day.
Yeah,
Watch
and it,
it
like-
heal and get worse.
Right.
Like,
Right. And especially if you do it on someone at the shop, like they're going to pick at it. They're not
they're
taking
not
care
taking
of it.
care
They
of
don't
it.
care. Yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah,
don't care.
tattoo artists are the worst.
Right. And then they have a weird scar, and, you know, and
then
everyone
you get
knows you
blamed
fucked
for
them
it.
up. Yeah.
I know Adrian picked that shit.
Who was your first tattoo on?
Adrian.
What's that?
Adrian.
Adrian?
Yeah.
You remember when you tattooed me? Have you ever tattooed me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Smart. He may not have went to college, but he's still smarter than you.
Figured that one out.
No, it's tough in the beginning, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Tatting's hard.
Bro, I fucked everyone up in the beginning. You too?
No. I've
Yeah,
always
Johnny
been good.
killed it out of
Well,
the
you
gate.
like forced me to keep it simple though. You like
Yeah, because I
didn't
didn't
quite
want
let
you to
us.
discourage.
Yeah, you didn't like let me get ahead of myself.
Well, because I fucked it up, bro. Like, I did 2 apprenticeships. Like, I got fired from both pretty much. And then I was like, well, don't have a choice. I'm just going to figure it out. It's either this or go back to drug addiction, you
See
know?
what happens.
And, you know, drug addiction's always higher. And so
Yeah.
so then I went to like a half smoke shop, half tattoo shop. I was like, this is more my speed.
For sure. Those are the best places.
Yeah, bro. Because like you come in, you buy a piece, maybe you get high, it kind of softens the blow.
So
When
always
I
drugs
fucking
around.
drag scabs on you. But I had to like pretend I wasn't an apprentice. That's like how I got the job. You know, I'm pretty sure I printed a bunch of photos from the internet that weren't mine, and I was
Yeah.
like, portfolio,
Just
me.
watermarked with other people's names on there.
Yeah, probably, dude. It was so bad. But like, I needed to figure this out. You
That's
know?
the good thing about a half smoke shop, half tattoo shop. The manager and clients are too fucked up
Johnny gets
to
it.
notice.
Yeah. So like, people are coming in, and I didn't have a mentor to be like, yo, do this small silhouette. You can hide your line work in there. You know, do it good. Like, I remember when I first people that came in, they're like, yo, I want half sleeve color clouds.
You're like, I got you.
I was like, colored clouds? They're like, yeah, like a sunset.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, the whole thing clouds? And I'm pretty sure, like, he's like, how much? You know, and that was like, that's when the negotiation started. That was a question. You know what I mean? Everything was a warm up until it's like, how much?
Right.
You know, and then you're like, you got to focus. You don't want to go too high because you need, you know, you don't want them to just leave. You need this client, but you don't want to undersell yourself. And then halfway through the tattoo, you're like, I fucked up.
And especially you don't have the experience, like you undersell it, and then it takes you 12 hours to do something that fucking big.
Yeah.
You
It
just
took me
wanted to do
2 sessions, probably 6 hours each session. Guess how much you boy, guess what number I threw out at him?
3.
300.
125.
Big baller.
Dude, I didn't fucking know, bro. And like the fact that he said yes and I got to take home $125 or whatever, a
Huge.
percentage of that was big money, bro.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yo, I was like the second session when he came back after I already got paid, that sucked. But the first day,
Yeah.
your boy was balling. He had enough money for gas, a
You
monster,
did
bro.
like orange waves.
What?
Orange waves.
Orange waves?
Like what the tattoo look like though. Yeah. Because you said sunset
Bro,
clouds.
it
I'm
was
wondering
like,
if you just gave him like
bro, I
orange
literally
streaks.
used like every color. It was like purple, blues. It was terrible. This poor guy, bro.
You got a galaxy.
And like I tried really hard
Yeah.
on it. I was like, I'm gonna give you the nicest fucking sunset arm.
Yeah. You're probably
This
really
side of
good at
Miami's
packing
ever
color
seen.
back then.
My man got a sick, he got
yeah.
a sick nebula.
Yo, but it was like I just had to roll with the punches. And sometimes I feel like you guys miss out on that. Like being in that street shop and just getting thrown anything, and it's either like make money today or fucking don't.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because if you make no money, like you gas, whatever expenses, you're losing money. You know, there's no like balance out 0 days.
No, yeah, no matter if you don't tattoo, you lose money that day.
Right.
That's one of the best things about working on South Beach is I always felt like I could leave town whenever. I could fuck anything up. The client was from somewhere else
Right.
in the world. I could just disappear. Nobody would know.
Yeah,
So anytime
everyone on
something
Miami has
came
an
in-
alias. Like, no
Yeah.
one's they're using their real name there.
Every
either.
time somebody
That's
came
how it
in with
goes down
something out of my wheelhouse, I'd be like, fuck it, I'll do it. Never see you again anyway.
I didn't understand turning down tattoos.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah, I'd take everything.
Yeah, dude, I was the only artist in the back of this smoke shop,
Yeah.
you know? So, like, if anything came in, and I was working right next to another shop that was good and would do the free piercings and the free everything. So I had to compete with that. And they were, like, for real artists, and I was a for fake artist,
Hell yeah.
you
So
know?
you guys were like the shop that they went to, and they were like, oh, they'll do it cheaper next door. You were the next door shop.
When they went to this other shop, and they were like $50 minimum, and they're like, that's too expensive, they came to you, boy.
Hell yeah.
That was rough. I was there.
Make sure the little one is facing a little more up. Make sure
I think it keeps falling down.
the
The what?
yours a little.
This one?
Yeah, make sure that you're almost.
Hey, Nick. I know it's not as cool as us fucking each other, like your podcast.
Yeah, it's true. It's also not as messy as this.
Cam could take his clothes off. Go ahead, Cam.
It's cold in here.
Oh, man. Nothing a little caffeine, nicotine can't fix, you know?
Yeah, man. I think I was taking every tattoo I could when I started, and that's how I ended up in black and gray. I started doing neo-trad tattoos, but I was like, I'll fucking tattoo whatever comes through the door. so that I can go to the bar after this.
Your color shit's crazy though.
Well, black and gray was some shit that I never really did until I just started taking everything
you were
I could
doing
in
more
South Beach.
color.
Yeah. So yeah, you just gotta do whatever the fuck comes in.
Yeah. I always wanted to do black and gray though. For some reason that was harder for me in the beginning. I think learning how to use the negative space. Like color packing was just simple. It was like a coloring book. It was easy. Line it out, pack. Maybe throw in a little fade. Worst case scenario, just use a darker color to cover it all up if I fuck it up, you know?
That's it.
I think my first tattoo, well, I was coming from street art background too. I don't know if you guys have experience in graffiti, but so that's like what I was like associating it with. Like, cool, like just essentially the reverse though. Like I'll do my black lines first and then I'll color it in after. I might have even done the first couple like you would spray something, like the color first and then the black, because it's all I fucking knew, you know? But yeah, maybe one day we should just have Cam take everything.
I think so. You should actually just run a Friday the 13th special, and Cam's the only artist here.
Yeah. You think you could handle that?
I'll try.
How is your color work? I've never even seen you do color.
Meh.
It's meh?
Yeah.
M-E-H?
MEH. Man. I am trying to get more into it. I just bought a bunch of.
Do you want to do color?
I like that new the muted neo stuff with like the pastels and like the burnt kind of colors. Like I like that.
Like the usual Neo stuff that's been going on for 10 years?
Like, I don't like the vibrant colors. Like true reds. And, like
Right, the muted tones.
yeah, I like the olive greens. Like,
Yeah.
The off colors, like darker reds, almost like burgundies, stuff like that.
I've seen it done well, but I feel like a lot of those don't last over time.
Neotrad?
Well, with the muted tones.
The muted tones.
I
yeah,
feel
some
like
of
if
them.
you're like a naturally like olive skin or even the magenta, well, I don't fucking know. I'm not a color guy.
Yeah, I honestly have no fucking clue. I mean, they seem to hold up decent here, but I don't really care.
Right. I guess that's the other factor is like, are you going to take care of them? I'm not. So that's why I love black and gray. You don't have to take care of it. It
Yeah.
looks fucking great.
Yeah, color you definitely have to stay on top of it, feeling it.
So maybe color, maybe not.
I'm interested. Definitely black and gray was the goal when starting.
I guess you're too young to kind of even know.
Yeah.
I fucking started as color the first 2 years, and then I rocked those girly gems forever. I love those fucking things. I mean, I put an end to that because, whatever.
Yeah.
Wanted to, more direction.
Those are definitely fun to do, but I couldn't do
They
them
are.
forever.
Yeah.
I like doing them. They're satisfying when you have a really nice contrasted gradient inside the gem. But all that line work is not for me.
What about all the colors you got to set up?
Yeah,
That's
see,
what I
that's-
hated the
So
most.
you're using 10 different colors and something.
Cam, Johnny, and I were talking. When you got to travel with all the
Yeah.
color, have you ever done that before?
I mean, yeah, that's one of the biggest factors on why I stopped doing color was just the setup, the traveling, all of the inks drying out all the fucking time.
They
Just such
explode
a
on the
pain in the
plane,
ass,
bro.
man. Yeah.
You've never had to deal with that. It's terrible.
So much easier to do black and gray. You have fucking 5 bottles.
Yeah. For me, it's one. I bring one little bottle like this. That's it.
Which hazel dilute.
So, if that, I'll use fucking tap, baby.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'll use fucking fruit juice, Arizona, 99 cents.
Ashes from a candle.
Use Gatorade, bro.
Hell yeah.
You ever cut your gray wash with Gatorade?
Haven't had to.
It's
Gotta
weak.
I feel like I'm living on the edge when I use purified.
Purified?
Yeah.
What do you mean living on the edge?
You're supposed to use distilled, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't fucking matter.
That's
Don't
that's
cut
the
that. Cut that.
that's the wild side. Purified. Y'all bring some coffee in there, boy.
A little bit of Red Bull in there.
Start cutting your gray wash with vodka.
That's fire.
Hell yeah.
It is just alcohol, right?
You cut it with alcohol?
Might as well.
What about-
Jack won't hurt.
What about the mystery bottles with the question marks on them that you think's
Best ones.
water, but sometimes it's alcohol?
Those are mine.
Run it. Nope, I already poured it.
All right. With back to the video, because totally bored with whatever Cam's talking about. That's great. I wish you a long career, Cam. All right, so when we were making those videos in the beginning, was that the first one that you did with us?
Yeah, that one was the first one.
Okay, and then it was you, me, and then I think Zach was the client. I think we did a couple with Zach, and we talk about that. And then in the comments, I'm trying to think of the comments. Feedback was decent. Do you remember getting any feedback personally, like from you or like the character in it?
No, I really don't go on social media a lot, so.
That's great, dude. That's probably why you look so healthy. Young. I don't know if you've seen some of the videos from the beginning with Cam, but it looks like he's aged 10 years.
Yeah.
Like you'd think he
I've
like
noticed.
got
I don't wanna
elected
say
for
anything.
presidency.
I thought it was just because he started tattooing more.
I think
I was
it's
like, that's kind of normal.
The beard thing.
Yeah.
Well, he used to have the little dick
Just have
broom
that thing, yeah.
on his chin.
And he's trying to be on his grown
Bro,
man
and I was
shit.
telling him forever to shave it. I think we all were.
Yeah.
We're like, yo, you're doing that thing that like 90% of 18-year-olds do when they start to grow facial hair. You're growing what you got, baby.
Up yesterday, tried. That's it. The neck was getting a little out there.
Do you like the beard and be honest, bro.
It's all right.
Do you like the beard or is it just to make you look older?
I mean, I like it. It's all right. It gets itchy. That's the only thing that bugs me.
I've seriously considered getting laser on my face.
Yeah.
I fucking hate shaving.
You told me about that.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass, man. I gotta do it every day.
Right?
Yeah.
Bro, and I'm always going through like buzzers, and they're always great the first time and terrible. And I've ordered the $20 ones and the $200 ones, and they're all trash. Ones with fucking Bluetooth, ones with cords.
Yeah.
Like I've gone through them. My girl's like, stop.
Yeah, they work great for a month, and then.
Yeah,
that's
my
it.
barber's like, bring it in, we'll sharpen it up, I'll adjust the blade. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna buy another one.
Yeah. Just grow out a fucking beard like Cam.
You like the beard?
Yeah.
Why don't you just do just mustache?
No. That's
You would-
Seth's style.
It is kind of Seth's style.
It is Seth's style. He rocks it the best in the shop.
But there could be more than one.
There could always be more.
A lot of
you
people
could be
in
the
here have
mutton chop
beards.
guy. It's not too late for that.
What's do you know the proper term?
Yeah, the mutton chops.
There's another term for it. It's kind of like sideburns. Never mind.
I thought they're mutton chops.
There's a different name for it. I'll figure it out later. All right, so you're gonna keep the beard?
Probably.
How much money would it take for you to shave it?
What do you offer?
$5?
Nope.
10? Well, what's your number?
$100.
What'd you say?
$100.
$100?
Yep.
That's how much it means to you?
My beard.
Oh, then.
It grows back.
I've been trying to get Dan to shave his beard for
$100. I'll
2
go shave it
years.
right now.
Dan, what was the most I ever offered you to shave your beard?
I think you said 3,000.
3,000? And you said no, right?
Do you remember when we offered Cam $3,000 to make a phone call?
Dude,
Here we go.
not only do I remember that, so,
Story
okay,
time.
yeah, so it was like, how did that even come up? Well, I haven't really been doing that in a while, but. All right, so.
Who put this so far back?
Who put that chair there? Jeez.
Why did I fall in like slow motion?
Oh, God. There's 3 cameras.